Okay, can you believe we're back to our last make and take for the day, number 8. I'd like to thank everyone for sharing their creations and for joining us today. It's been a great day as usual, and you're the ones that make it heaps of fun. I'd also like to thank Annette, Bron, Monica, Sharon, Robbie for giving up their time to help make the day. I hope I've covered everyone, haven't I? Annette, Bron, Monica, Sharon, Robbie. Yeah. Okay, so what we're going to do is, before we get on to the last one, don't forget to load your creations into the appropriate make and take albums. It's only that it makes it a lot easier for us to find them and they don't get lost in the feed. So if you could do that, we'd really appreciate it. And we usually check it every couple of days to see if anyone's loaded anything, and we'll leave comments for you. So thank you. Okay, so today's card is going to be, or the last card I should say, is going to be this one. For those of you that know me or follow me, I love to chop my paper to create cards. I just think instead of just having the one piece of paper, it's sometimes nice to have this. Okay, so, sorry, I thought it would start raining then. Okie dokie, so this is our card, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the paper out to here. We're still going to stick with the basic white and the basic black, but we're going to use the granny apple green side. I'm still using the Friendly Hello along with the papers that come with the bundle. Okay, so yeah, so let's get on with that. So what I'm going to do, before we do anything, I'm just going to chop our DSP. Now when I chop, I don't measure it, I just randomly chop. And whatever looks good is how I sort of go. The most important bit is when you go to put it back together, you've got to make sure that your patterns do add up or match up, just like that. I always bring it back to and just place it temporary on the piece of cardstock so that I know that it's actually going to fit. My blade needs changing, but that's all right. Now, a little tip is if you find your papers are a little bit wide, chop off from either end, but not in the middle. If you chop from in the middle, you're going to actually lose your pattern, and that's what you don't want. So I'm just going to double check this. That doesn't match. Now how did I do this? Maybe that goes there. That goes there. And I can't remember how it... Just bear with me. I thought I was smart and had it all done. You've probably picked it by now, but I haven't. Maybe that goes over there. Just bear with me. So that goes like that, that's fine. That just doesn't look right, does it? Ah, that's how it goes. Okay, let's put that together before I forget. Okie dokie. So, now, if you didn't have DSP, you could always stamp your own background or even emboss, and you can still do it that way as well. I've done exactly that. So I've either embossed my background and then chopped it and then put it back together. And then I've also randomly stamped my background as well. So all we're going to do is just like that. I'll just bring that out a little bit, not too much. I'm really making a mess of this. So all I'm doing is putting a little bit of glue on the back. And just like that. And that's a little bit wide there, only because I haven't left a wider gap. But that's okay, because then all I'm going to do is I'm just going to chop a little bit off. Hope I don't chop too much. Yeah. Get rid of those frayed edges. We're going to bring in our basic white card, base card. And we're going to go that way, I think. Yeah. We'll stick that down. Just like that. So that's all nicely done now. Then what we're going to do is bring in a sentiment. I'm going to use this "You Have My Love and Support" only because of what shape I'm using. And I'm using a shape from the Tasteful labels dies. It's one of my favourite sets to use. And there's not much stamping on this one at all, actually. I'm just going to grab a block. Put that on there. Grab my Memento. Ink that up. Now before I stamp, I always like to test it on scrap paper. I'll bring it down here so I don't. And hope that I get it straight. Now you could use your Stamparatus if you wanted to, but I'm happy with that image. And then all we're going to do is grab some dimensionals and we're just going to pop it up. Just need a couple. And we're just going to pop that about there. Then I'm going to bring in some linen twine, and I'm actually going to do a double bow. So when I do my double bows, I just double it over and tie my bow. just like that. Bring it down. Grab my scissors and then I'll just snap that away there. And all I'm going to do is play around with that a little bit. Grab my mini glue dots, put it on the back, and I'm just going to put it just to the side, just there. And that is basically our card done. Then what I'm going to do now, I have used opal rounds on my original card, but I don't have any left, so I'm just going to use some black dots, and we'll just put a couple around. 1, 2, and we'll do 3, just there. That'll do. And that is our card. Simple, easy, but still letting the DSP be the star of the show. And that is the original one. Okay? So thanks again for joining us. It's really appreciated. And again, I'd like to thank the girls for giving up their time and sharing their creations with us. So thanks a lot and enjoy the rest of your day. Okay, see ya. All right.